Gentlemen, once you cross the age of 50, your body begins to whisper truths that you cannot ignore. The energy you once took for granted, the deep sleep that used to come effortlessly, and even your potency, all of these begin to change. But here's something that most men overlook. The root of these struggles is not just age, it's what happens when your sleep and recovery break down. Without restorative sleep, your testosterone falls, your muscles ache longer, your mind feels clouded, and yes, your performance and vigor are not the same. Now let me share something powerful. One single nutrient can make a world of difference. It's magnesium, the quiet mineral that most men over 50 are deficient in, yet it's critical for deep sleep, potency, and energy. When you take magnesium at night, it works with your body's natural rhythms. It calms your nervous system, helps release melatonin for deep restorative sleep, and even supports healthy testosterone balance. That's not just better sleep, that's better mornings, stronger vitality, and sharper focus. And the benefits don't stop there. Magnesium protects your heart, supports prostate health, improves insulin sensitivity, and speeds up muscle recovery. Think of it as a foundation stone for longevity, vigor, and confidence. But here's the key. Not all magnesium is created equal. The cheap forms often pass right through your system. If you truly want results, look for magnesium glycinate or citrate. These are well absorbed, gentle on your stomach, and perfect for nighttime use. So gentlemen, if you're over 50 and you want to restore your potency, your vigor, and your deep sleep, don't ignore this one small step. Take magnesium before bed and let your body do what it was designed to do: heal, restore, and recharge. Your future self will thank you for it. When a man crosses the age of 50, his body undergoes a series of changes that often feel subtle at first, but eventually shape his overall health, vitality, and performance. Many men begin to notice that they do not wake up with the same energy they once had. Their stamina during the day feels lower, and their motivation for both physical and intimate activities is not as strong. This is not just about getting older, it is about the biological and lifestyle shifts that accumulate with time and begin to show their effects in a very real way. Hormonal balance plays a central role in this process. Testosterone, the key male hormone responsible for energy, muscle strength, and sexual health, naturally begins to decline after the age of 30. And by the time a man reaches 50, this decline is more pronounced. Lower testosterone does not just affect performance in the bedroom, it also impacts muscle mass, bone density, and mood, creating a cascade of effects that can leave a man feeling less like himself. Sleep disturbances are another overlooked factor that accelerates this decline. Men over 50 are far more likely to struggle with falling asleep, staying asleep, or experiencing deep restorative sleep. This happens due to changes in circadian rhythm, reduced melatonin production, and sometimes the presence of conditions like sleep apnea, which are more common in this age group. When sleep quality drops, the body does not get the time it needs to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and recharge the brain. The result is fatigue, irritability, poor focus, and a greater sense of being worn down. Lack of proper sleep also disrupts testosterone production, which primarily occurs at night during deep stages of rest. This creates a vicious cycle. Low testosterone affects sleep quality, and poor sleep further reduces testosterone. Stress adds another layer of difficulty. By the time most men reach their 50s, they are juggling multiple responsibilities, career demands, family obligations, financial concerns, and sometimes the stress of health issues in themselves or loved ones. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, the stress hormone, which has a direct negative effect on testosterone levels and overall energy. High cortisol also interferes with sleep, increases fat storage around the abdomen, and weakens the immune system. Over time, this can lead to metabolic changes that make it harder to maintain a healthy weight, easier to lose muscle, and more challenging to feel resilient. The combined impact of hormonal shifts, poor sleep, and ongoing stress is often underestimated because it develops gradually. A man may not notice a sharp decline in one single area, but instead an overall lowering of vitality. He may find that he cannot push through workouts the way he used to, or that recovering from physical exertion takes longer. He may feel that his mood is more easily affected, with less motivation to take initiative. Intimate performance may decline, not only because of changes in circulation and hormones, but also because fatigue and stress interfere with desire and confidence. These experiences can create a ripple effect, reducing self-esteem and even contributing to relationship stress. Another overlooked factor is that many men accept these changes as just aging, rather than recognizing that they are, at least in part, preventable or manageable. The decline in vitality is not solely an unavoidable consequence of reaching 50. It is a reflection of how the body responds to stress, sleep, and hormone shifts. Lifestyle habits such as poor diet, lack of physical activity, and excessive alcohol use can accelerate the decline, while healthier choices can slow it significantly. The body remains adaptable well into later decades of life, but it requires support nutritionally, physically, and mentally to maintain performance and energy. Sleep is one of the most vital yet underestimated pillars of a man's health, especially after the age of 50. While many focus on exercise, diet, and even supplements to maintain their strength and performance, very few realize that without proper sleep, none of those efforts deliver their full potential. Sleep is not simply about resting the body, it is about the deep restorative processes that happen only during specific stages of the night. For men, these processes are closely tied to energy, potency, and overall vitality. The quality of sleep directly affects how strong the body feels, how sharp the mind functions, and how balanced hormones remain. When sleep is disrupted or shortened, the consequences extend far beyond feeling tired. They touch nearly every aspect of health and performance. One of the most critical relationships between sleep and vitality is the connection to testosterone. This hormone, essential for muscle mass, strength, sexual health, and even mood regulation, is produced most efficiently during deep sleep. Studies have shown that men who sleep less than 5 to 6 hours a night can experience a significant drop in testosterone levels compared to those who get adequate rest. For a man over 50, who is already facing a natural decline in testosterone, poor sleep only accelerates this process. Reduced testosterone translates into lower energy, diminished drive, slower recovery after physical activity, and weaker performance in intimate relationships. In this way, sleep acts as a silent regulator of masculine health, and when it falters, vitality is one of the first things to suffer. Beyond hormones, sleep is crucial for the body's repair and recovery. During deep sleep, growth hormone is released, which helps repair muscles, strengthen bones, and restore tissues that are worn down during the day. For men who want to stay active and strong into their 50s and beyond, this process is irreplaceable. Without deep, consistent sleep, muscles remain sore longer, energy levels dip, and the body becomes more prone to injuries. Men often assume that fatigue or slow recovery is simply a sign of aging, but in many cases, it is a sign of inadequate restorative sleep. This overlooked factor can make the difference between feeling vibrant and feeling drained. Another essential aspect of the sleep vitality connection lies in mental health and stress regulation. Sleep allows the brain to clear toxins, consolidate memories, and regulate mood-related chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. When sleep is disrupted, stress hormones such as cortisol rise, which not only interfere with energy but also suppress testosterone and increase fat storage, particularly around the abdomen. For men over 50, this creates a dangerous cycle. Poor sleep raises cortisol, which lowers testosterone, which then further disrupts sleep. The result is a downward spiral that leaves men feeling weaker, more anxious, and less in control of their bodies. Sleep also has a profound effect on cardiovascular health. During restful sleep, blood pressure naturally lowers, giving the heart and blood vessels time to recover from the demands of the day. When sleep is inadequate, blood pressure remains elevated, putting strain on the cardiovascular system. For men over 50, who are already at greater risk of heart disease, this becomes a serious concern. The lack of restorative sleep does not only reduce vitality in the short term, but also increases long-term health risks that can diminish quality of life. It is also worth noting that sleep quality tends to decline naturally with age. Men often experience lighter, more fragmented sleep due to changes in circadian rhythm and reduced melatonin production. Conditions such as sleep apnea, which is more common in men over 50, can further interrupt deep sleep and prevent the body from achieving true rest. These disruptions are not always recognized because many men simply attribute daytime fatigue to aging without realizing the underlying sleep disorder at play. Addressing these issues can lead to dramatic improvements in energy, mood, and overall vitality. The connection between sleep and vigor cannot be overstated. When sleep is prioritized, testosterone production stabilizes, recovery improves, mental clarity sharpens, and intimate performance feels more natural. Men who consistently achieve high-quality rest often find that they not only feel younger, but also perform better in every aspect of life. Sleep is not a luxury, it is the foundation upon which true vitality rests, and for men over 50, it is the key to maintaining strength, potency, and confidence. There is one nutrient that stands out as a game changer for men over 50, and it is often called the relaxation mineral. This nutrient is magnesium, and while it might sound simple compared to complex supplements and expensive treatments, its impact on vitality, potency, and sleep is extraordinary. Magnesium plays a role in over 300 biochemical processes in the body, yet research shows that a large percentage of men are deficient in it, especially as they age. This deficiency often goes unnoticed, but its effects show up in ways that many men assume are just part of getting older: fatigue, muscle cramps, poor sleep, low energy, and even struggles with performance. What makes magnesium so remarkable is the way it touches nearly every system that supports masculinity, strength, and vigor. For men over 50, the decline in vitality is tied to a delicate balance between hormones, sleep quality, muscle recovery, and stress levels. Magnesium supports each of these areas in ways that directly improve quality of life. One of its most powerful roles is in calming the nervous system. Magnesium regulates the activity of neurotransmitters that control relaxation, helping the body wind down at night. This is why taking it before bed can lead to deeper, more restorative sleep. Sleep, in turn, is when testosterone is produced and when the body repairs itself. Without magnesium, sleep quality suffers, and without restorative sleep, hormones decline more rapidly. By correcting a deficiency, men can break this cycle and experience more energy, sharper mental focus, and better performance. Magnesium is also critical for cardiovascular health. It helps regulate blood pressure, supports proper muscle function in the heart, and improves circulation. For men, especially those concerned about maintaining performance and stamina, good circulation is essential. Low magnesium levels are linked to higher risks of hypertension and heart disease, both of which are more common after 50. By ensuring adequate intake, men protect not just their vitality, but their long-term health and independence. Better circulation also means improved oxygen and nutrient delivery throughout the body, which supports endurance and recovery. Another key role of magnesium is in supporting testosterone levels indirectly. While magnesium does not act like a hormone booster on its own, it helps maintain hormonal balance by reducing inflammation, lowering cortisol, and ensuring proper sleep. Studies have shown that men with higher magnesium levels often have higher free testosterone, which is the active form of the hormone. For a man over 50, this means stronger energy, improved muscle tone, sharper libido, and better resilience. Instead of chasing complicated hormone therapies, sometimes the missing link is simply restoring what the body needs at a foundational level. Beyond hormones and sleep, magnesium also helps regulate blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. Many men over 50 struggle with weight gain around the midsection, which is often tied to insulin resistance. This not only affects appearance but also impacts energy and hormone health. Magnesium improves the body's ability to process glucose efficiently, reducing the risk of diabetes and making it easier to maintain a healthy weight. This, in turn, lowers inflammation, protects the heart, and preserves vitality. Muscle health is another area where magnesium shines. It plays a direct role in muscle contraction and relaxation, which means it helps prevent cramps, stiffness, and soreness. For men who want to stay active, whether through exercise, sports, or simply maintaining daily strength, magnesium ensures smoother recovery and stronger physical performance. After workouts or physical activity, the body needs magnesium to repair microtears in muscles and to restore energy levels. Without it, recovery slows and fatigue builds up more easily. What makes magnesium particularly powerful for men over 50 is that it addresses multiple issues at once. Instead of targeting only one area, like energy or sleep or hormones, it supports the entire system that keeps a man feeling strong and vital. Many supplements are designed to boost one function, but magnesium works in the background, enabling the body to do what it is naturally designed to do. When magnesium levels are restored, sleep deepens, testosterone stabilizes, muscles recover, the heart functions better, and the mind feels calmer. Not all forms of magnesium are equal, and this is important to understand. Many cheap supplements use forms that are poorly absorbed or cause digestive discomfort. For real benefits, men should focus on highly absorbable forms such as magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate. These are gentle on the stomach and effective in raising levels in the body. Taking them in the evening, about an hour before bedtime, can create a calming effect that naturally prepares the body for deep sleep. Over time, this simple practice can lead to profound improvements in potency, vigor, and overall health. When a man over 50 takes magnesium before bed, he is not just adding another supplement to his routine. He is activating a cascade of processes in the body that directly enhance sleep, hormonal balance, and vitality. This is why the timing of magnesium intake is so critical. At night, the body is designed to transition into a restorative state where it repairs tissues, regulates hormones, and strengthens the mind. Unfortunately, as men age, this natural rhythm often gets disrupted. Stress levels remain high, late into the night, melatonin production slows, and deep sleep becomes harder to achieve. Magnesium, when taken before bed, works as a natural signal to the body, helping it relax, switch off stress responses, and move more smoothly into the deep stages of sleep that are essential for health and performance. One of the most powerful nighttime effects of magnesium is its role in melatonin regulation. Melatonin is the hormone that controls the sleep-wake cycle, and its production naturally declines with age. Without adequate melatonin, falling asleep becomes a challenge, and even if sleep comes, it is often light and fragmented. Magnesium supports the enzymes that convert tryptophan into serotonin and then into melatonin, effectively boosting the body's ability to produce this critical sleep hormone. This means that men who struggle with insomnia or frequent night awakenings can benefit significantly from magnesium at night, as it helps restore the body's natural rhythm and allows for deeper, longer periods of rest. Stress management is another area where nighttime magnesium shines. Many men over 50 carry the weight of stress long after the day ends. Work demands, financial pressures, and family responsibilities can keep the nervous system in a state of tension. This constant alertness elevates cortisol, the stress hormone, which directly interferes with both sleep and testosterone. Magnesium has a calming effect on the nervous system by regulating GABA, a neurotransmitter that reduces brain activity and promotes relaxation. By enhancing GABA activity, magnesium essentially tells the brain it is safe to let go, reducing mental chatter and stress at night. As cortisol levels drop, the body is able to recover more efficiently, creating an environment where testosterone can be maintained rather than suppressed. The relationship between magnesium, cortisol, and testosterone is one of the most overlooked aspects of men's health. High cortisol competes with testosterone, lowering its production and blunting its effects. This is why men under chronic stress often experience fatigue, reduced libido, and muscle weakness. When magnesium is taken at night, it lowers cortisol and allows testosterone to function more effectively. While magnesium is not a testosterone booster in the traditional sense, it acts as a natural protector, ensuring that the hormone remains at healthier levels and can perform its vital functions. For men over 50, this means more consistent energy, better recovery from exercise, and stronger performance in both physical and intimate aspects of life. Another reason magnesium works best at night is its effect on muscle and nerve relaxation. Many men experience muscle tightness, restless legs, or cramps that interfere with sleep. Magnesium directly helps muscles relax by regulating calcium flow in muscle cells, preventing the stiffness and twitches that can disturb rest. This relaxation extends beyond the muscles into the cardiovascular system, where blood vessels dilate, improving circulation and reducing strain on the heart. Better circulation not only supports heart health, but also improves oxygen and nutrient delivery throughout the body during sleep, aiding in overall recovery. Taking magnesium at night also enhances the brain's detoxification process. During deep sleep, the brain clears metabolic waste products through the lymphatic system. Magnesium contributes to this process by supporting nerve function and cellular energy production. A well-rested brain translates into sharper focus, better memory, and improved emotional stability the next day. For men over 50, this mental clarity is just as important as physical vitality, as it influences motivation, confidence, and overall quality of life. The benefits of nighttime magnesium extend into morning as well. Men who supplement at night often wake up feeling more refreshed, with steadier energy throughout the day. This is because their sleep was not only longer but more restorative. Instead of dragging through the day with coffee and stimulants, they begin with natural energy, a clearer mind, and better mood. Over time, this compounds into healthier routines, more consistent exercise, and stronger relationships. The key is consistency in the right form. Magnesium glycinate is particularly effective for nighttime use because it is well absorbed and has a calming effect without causing digestive discomfort. Magnesium citrate can also be used, though it has a mild laxative effect in some people. When taken regularly in the evening, about an hour before bed, magnesium becomes part of a nightly ritual that signals the body it is time to rest, recover, and restore. For men over 50, this simple shift can transform nights of restless sleep into deep, restorative rest and mornings of fatigue into days of vigor and confidence. When people think of magnesium, they often connect it only with sleep or relaxation. While those are crucial benefits, what makes magnesium truly remarkable is how it impacts nearly every system in the body, especially for men over 50. This mineral is not a single-purpose tool. It is a foundational nutrient that supports energy, cardiovascular health, metabolism, muscles, nerves, and even the prostate. The benefits extend far beyond sleep, touching every area of health that men need to maintain vigor, performance, and longevity. By restoring optimal magnesium levels, men are not just improving their nights, they are strengthening their days, protecting their future, and enhancing their overall quality of life. One of the most significant full-body benefits of magnesium lies in cardiovascular health. Heart disease remains one of the leading concerns for men over 50, and magnesium plays a direct role in keeping the heart functioning smoothly. It helps regulate blood pressure by relaxing the blood vessels, improves circulation, and ensures that the heart muscle contracts and relaxes efficiently. Low magnesium levels are linked to hypertension, arrhythmias, and higher risks of heart attacks. By maintaining healthy magnesium levels, men can protect their most vital organ, improve endurance, and reduce the strain on the cardiovascular system. For those concerned about stamina and performance, strong circulation is essential, not only for athletic activity but also for intimate function. Magnesium also has profound effects on metabolic health. As men age, insulin sensitivity often decreases, making it harder for the body to regulate blood sugar. This can lead to weight gain, fatigue, and eventually type 2 diabetes. Magnesium helps the body use insulin more effectively, allowing glucose to move into the cells where it can be used for energy rather than circulating in the bloodstream. Men who optimize their magnesium intake often notice improved energy levels, easier weight management, and reduced sugar cravings. By keeping blood sugar stable, magnesium also prevents the energy crashes that can sap motivation and make it harder to stay active. Another full-body benefit is its role in muscle and bone health. After 50, men naturally begin to lose muscle mass and bone density, a process called sarcopenia and osteoporosis. Magnesium contributes to both muscle strength and bone integrity. In muscles, it regulates contraction and relaxation, preventing cramps, stiffness, and weakness. For bones, magnesium works alongside calcium and vitamin D to maintain density and reduce the risk of fractures. This means men who keep their magnesium levels in check can remain stronger, more mobile, and more independent well into later life. Active aging becomes much more achievable when the body has the support it needs at the structural level. The prostate is another area where magnesium shows protective benefits. While research is ongoing, studies suggest that magnesium helps reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are linked to prostate problems that become more common with age. Prostate health is directly connected to urinary comfort, sexual performance, and overall quality of life for men over 50. Supporting this small gland with adequate nutrition can make a significant difference in long-term health outcomes. Mental health and brain function also improve with magnesium. It plays a role in neurotransmitter balance and helps regulate chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, which control mood and motivation. Men who are low in magnesium are more likely to experience anxiety, irritability, and even depression. By ensuring adequate intake, the nervous system becomes more resilient, the brain functions more efficiently, and emotional stability improves. This translates into greater confidence, clearer decision-making, and stronger relationships. Inflammation control is another powerful, though often overlooked, benefit. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the root causes of many age-related diseases, including arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and metabolic syndrome. Magnesium helps regulate inflammatory pathways, keeping the body in a more balanced state. Men who supplement regularly often notice less joint stiffness, fewer aches, and an overall lighter feeling in the body. This anti-inflammatory effect also contributes to healthier aging at the cellular level, slowing the wear and tear that accelerates decline. One more area where magnesium's full-body benefits shine is in energy production itself. Every cell in the body requires magnesium to create ATP, the energy currency of life. Without it, fatigue becomes a daily struggle, and vitality slowly fades. With adequate magnesium, the mitochondria, the power plants of the cells, work efficiently, fueling the body with steady, sustainable energy. For men over 50, who often feel a decline in drive and stamina, this cellular boost can be the difference between just getting through the day and fully engaging with life. When viewed this way, magnesium is not simply a sleep aid or a relaxation tool. It is a cornerstone of overall health, supporting the heart, muscles, metabolism, brain, and prostate all at once. By addressing so many critical systems together, it helps men over 50 maintain not only their vigor and potency, but also their long-term independence and well-being. Instead of seeing aging as a slow decline, magnesium gives the body the resources it needs to thrive and remain strong in every area of life. When it comes to magnesium, one of the most important truths is that not all forms are created equal. Many men hear about the benefits of magnesium and rush to pick up the first supplement they see on a store shelf. But what they don't realize is that the form and dosage make all the difference. Some types of magnesium are poorly absorbed by the body, meaning you get very little benefit. Others can cause digestive discomfort, such as bloating or diarrhea, which discourages men from staying consistent. For men over 50, where the goal is not just short-term relief, but long-term support for potency, vigor, and deep sleep, choosing the right form of magnesium is absolutely essential. The body uses magnesium in hundreds of processes, but it can only use what it absorbs. This is where the form of the mineral matters most. Magnesium oxide, one of the cheapest and most common forms, has very low bioavailability, which means the body absorbs only a small fraction of what is consumed. This form often acts more like a laxative than a true supplement, and while it may help with occasional constipation, it is not effective for restoring magnesium levels in the body. For men who want real benefits, better sleep, stronger energy, improved recovery, more absorbable forms are necessary. One of the best options is magnesium glycinate. This form is bound to the amino acid glycine, which not only improves absorption, but also enhances its calming effects on the nervous system. Glycine itself promotes relaxation and deeper sleep, so when combined with magnesium, it becomes an excellent choice for evening supplementation. Men who take magnesium glycinate before bed often notice that their mind settles down more easily. They fall asleep faster and they wake up feeling more refreshed. Unlike harsher forms, glycinate is gentle on the stomach, making it ideal for long-term use. Another good option is magnesium citrate. This form is well absorbed and also supports digestive health, though in higher doses it can have a mild laxative effect. For men who occasionally struggle with constipation, magnesium citrate may be a beneficial two-in-one solution. Taken in moderate amounts at night, it can still support sleep, muscle relaxation, and recovery without causing significant digestive discomfort. Magnesium milate is another valuable form, particularly for men dealing with fatigue and muscle soreness. Malic acid, which is paired with magnesium in this form, plays a role in cellular energy production. This makes magnesium milate an excellent choice for men who want not only better sleep, but also improved energy and stamina during the day. It supports muscle function, reduces stiffness, and enhances recovery after physical activity, which becomes increasingly important after 50. Magnesium threonate deserves special mention because of its unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. This form directly supports brain health, memory, and cognitive function. For men over 50 who are concerned about maintaining mental sharpness along with physical vitality, magnesium threonate can be a smart choice. It may not be the first option for sleep alone, but it provides additional support for long-term brain health and clarity. When it comes to dosage, balance is key. The recommended daily allowance for adult men is around 400 to 420 milligrams, but many men benefit from slightly higher amounts if they are deficient. However, the dosage should be tailored to individual tolerance and needs. Taking too much at once can cause digestive upset, so it is often best to start with a moderate dose of around 200 to 300 milligrams in the evening and adjust as needed. Consistency matters more than high doses. The body responds best when magnesium is replenished daily. Timing also makes a difference. Since magnesium has a calming effect, taking it about an hour before bed works with the body's natural rhythms to encourage relaxation and prepare for deep sleep. For men who prefer to split their dose, part can be taken with breakfast and the rest in the evening, but for those focusing on potency, vigor, and restorative rest, nighttime use is particularly effective. It is also worth noting that magnesium works best when supported by other nutrients. Vitamin D, for example, helps regulate magnesium absorption, while magnesium in turn supports vitamin D metabolism. Similarly, adequate intake of B vitamins and zinc further enhances magnesium's benefits for energy and hormonal balance. This means that men who take magnesium as part of a broader, balanced nutritional approach will see greater improvements than those who take it in isolation. Choosing the right form and dosage is not just about avoiding side effects. It is about unlocking the true potential of magnesium. The wrong type can leave a man frustrated and convinced that magnesium doesn't work, while the right type can transform his sleep, restore his energy, and strengthen his vitality. For men over 50, where every bit of support counts, being intentional about this choice can mean the difference between simply aging and actively thriving. Gentlemen, reaching 50 does not have to mean surrendering your strength, your energy, or your confidence. What often feels like inevitable decline is, in truth, the result of overlooked factors: hormonal shifts, disrupted sleep, mounting stress, and silent nutritional deficiencies. By understanding how these pieces connect and by making small but powerful adjustments, you can reclaim vitality and extend your years of vigor. Magnesium, taken in the right form and at the right time, becomes more than just a supplement. It is a foundation for deeper sleep, steadier testosterone, stronger muscles, sharper focus, and a healthier heart. It restores balance where stress and time have caused imbalance. It gives back energy where fatigue has taken hold. And it supports both the body and the mind in ways that ripple into every area of life: health, performance, relationships, and confidence. The journey after 50 is not about resisting aging, but about aging with power, clarity, and resilience. When you give your body what it needs, it responds, restores, rebuilds, and recharges. Magnesium is a simple step, but for many men, it is the missing piece. And when you put that piece back in place, you don't just sleep better, you live better.